Hey friends, Janky here, and welcome back to the lab. I am very excited to be showing off this particular game to you today. It is super awesome, so let me get right into phase 1 and tell you all about it. The game we're playing today is Pathologic the Marble Nest, developed and published by Icepick Lodge, a Russian developer company. It looks so cool, so awesome. Not typically my kind of game because it looked very horror, but then just kind of seeing the trailers for it and everything, it's more of a creeping horror, thriller, RPG, adventure thing. It's very exciting. Basically, you play as a doctor, a plague doctor, who is trying to contain an outbreak in a village, and basically the enemy you're facing is the plague itself. So you have to try to survive in this world, in this strange town where strange things are happening, and you're just trying to like figure out what you can do to help people in their lives. But it's also thrilling, and I'm not entirely clear on the details. I just know that it looks super duper cool, and they sent me this key for it. And this game in particular, Pathologic the Marble Nest, is actually a companion game to Pathologic itself, which will be releasing later in 2017. It is actually a remake of Icepick Lodge's first game, also Pathologic, but they've revamped the story, they've added new mechanics, they've done all sorts of things, and this game is sort of like an introduction into that sweet new remake of Pathologic they're making. So I'm excited to get started. So let's move right into phase 2. Let's learn some gameplay. Pathologic, the Marble Nest, is a mood piece created to acquaint you with the world of Pathologic. It's a self-contained short story that uses the same assets and premise as the main game, but works as a spin-off. In terms of gameplay, the Marble Nest doesn't feature every in-game mechanic that you'll find in the real Pathologic, and is generally in pre-alpha state. It is not optimized, so brace yourself for long loading times, bugs, crashes, and other issues. Early alpha versions are not always exactly fun to play. Please be prepared. Your feedback is most welcome on the Steam forums. We'll see if there's an actual tutorial, and if there's not, I'm going to count that as the tutorial. I'm also given to understand that this is several hours long. Like, the Marble Nest itself is a several hours long short story, or at least that was my understanding from what I read in the email about it. So I'm going to say that I don't know how much is going to go into the montage. I want to play at least enough that I can make an informed opinion about it. That's what I try to do whenever I like collect those clips of gameplay that I use for the montages. I want to make sure that I at least have enough that I can give you guys like an informed opinion of what I think of the game, as opposed to just like doing 5 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever of straight gameplay and then maybe like totally missing major mechanics of the game that would make me go like, oh, this is much better. This is much better than I gave it credit for. So that's just sort of my opinion based on what I've done for Demo Day and early Janky's Lab, and also Free to Play Friday, and just other games I've done in general. I'm just like, it would be easier for me to just sit back, record footage on my own time for a bit, you know, for an hour or two, and then be able to come back and be like, okay, I've actually like looked at the features of this game, and here's what I think. So yay, that's just a little bit about my process, but let's get into it. Health, immunity, hunger, infection. Great. This is awesome. Good lord. That's morbid. There's a coffin. And a fire outside. And a plague doctor who appears to be awaiting me. And I have hunger and infection and all this junk. Great. E. What do I have? Executor cloak. A protective garment. The pendants serve no obvious purpose, yet it loses its protective qualities if stripped of them. Oh, there's nothing in. Okay. A warm heart that went out to people. Literally. A used bandage. Gross. Milk, oddly warm and creamy, as though only milked minutes ago. This common nourishing drink can often be found as an offering at cemeteries. An antibiotic and immune boosters. I am Daniel Dankovsky, the Bachelor. Great. Great. Oh, God. I didn't expect a person to be there. Great. I love survival games. They're my favorite. Okay, Saturday. Aspity. You are a brave man, Doctor. I'm glad to see you finally mustered up the courage to do it. Meaning it's probably time to say goodbye, right? Wait. What? That is... My courage never faltered in the first place. Well, you are going to die now. Death is awaiting you downstairs by the exit. I wonder if you'll manage to give it the proper answer this time. I'm a doctor. I've been fighting death my whole life, and I usually succeed. What is proper when dealing with death? Punching its sorry, bony face seems like the best option. You understand the nature of death wrong. You're even using the very word wrong. You people are bad at dying. I understand the nature of death wrong. I'll have you know that I'm a thanatologist. Oh, and one of the best in the world at that. Very few people in this Valley of Tears know more about death than I do. You're claiming to be non-human, I gather? How many times do I have to repeat myself? There's a staggering difference between you and me. I fear no death. You, it awaits at the exit. You'll get a chance to take a look at it, touch it then, even, and then you will cease to be, I suppose. Seeing and even touching death is my job. I'm used to it, and habits desensitize emotion. You are a great doctor, there's no denying that. A skilled fighter of death. The plague almost devoured this town, but you managed to protect the stone yard from the infection, creating an impenetrable citadel here. But take a peek outside, and you'll see that people are still dying. Why do you reckon that is? My plans were disrupted by a freak accident. If I could only relive this bloody day. You made a mistake, fought the wrong enemy. What do I have to do to get through to you? You want to exterminate death, yet you drag it behind like a tethered bull. That's just not the right way. Are you suggesting I choose a more manageable foe? This is not my style. I'm tired of your step poetry. Let me through, please. Yes, I want to exterminate death, and I'll do just that, rest assured. Okay, I'll choose that one. Farewell, Doctor. You are a good man, but your eyes were stitched shut. Go down now. Death is getting restless. Evil Saturday. Foul Saturday. Any Saturday is followed by Sunday. It's not over yet. I can turn it good still. Let it wait. I'm in no hurry. Great. So that was a weird conversation. Good. I love those. They're my favorite. So I have like... Oh, God. Oh, God. I keep clicking out in the wrong... What? Ah. Hey, cow. This is more of a jump scare because I wasn't expecting you here. Why? Why? You have soul flies, cow. You have soul flies. Okay, I don't... Okay. I guess we're going to go downstairs and meet up with Death, who is probably the horrifyingly cloaked figure. Oh, look, a key. It's cold? Okay. Sure. Whatever. Stay in. Don't stay in? Stay don't in. I don't... What is that supposed to... A sick person wrote that. Oh, God. Great. Okay. Great. There's a dead person on this wall. Well, I saw Death out the window, so I assume Death is down there somewhere. I assume that's who was dressed up in the weird plague doctor stuff. So I have a giant infection, little immunity, I'm hungry and my health is terrible. Great. They're alive. Are there people behind that? Did I lock people into a room? Hello? Saturday. Orderly number 12. Done. I took them all away. Can't do no more. Took them where? They're on the other side of that door. I couldn't carry them any further. I'm exhausted. Sorry for making such a mess of your house, but I ain't going back there. Don't make me. I can't make heads of tails of your babbling. This is not my house. This is a temporary place of residence, and it is I who ordered to set up the hospital here. Nothing to apologize for. I'm dead tired, Doctor. Haven't had a decent place to sleep for 2 days now. Any more assignments? We're goners anyway. No chance to break out of here. We did all we could, but this seems to be it. Orderly number 12 going off duty. We're not done yet. Stay alert. I need you. You're released from duty. Just one more thing, Doc. Reckon there's still hope? This epidemic destroyed 8,000 people in a week. Do you really have to ask? There were 13 districts in your town. Miraculously, I managed to save 2. Dozens of refugees are sheltered here. There will be survivors. Did you take the sick to the side room, you nitwit? It has no proper conditions. It's too small. Okay. I'm just going to say that some people will probably survive, because I have hope. Is Death out there? Is Death standing by that giant bonfire? Excuse me, sir. Oh, so I can't search that cabinet? Can I get in here? Gross. Gross. Okay, so they're all super duper dead. Great. Good job, everyone. Good job. Ah. What? Dora Fugel. Everything's done. I got a bit sleepy, though. Sorry about that. Shall we proceed with the treatment, Doctor? What treatment? Who are we going to treat? Where is everyone? Don't give me that look, Doctor, and don't blame yourself. I think I know why we ended up like this. Your attention must have slipped away. You didn't put all the pieces together, failed to assemble the puzzle. Oh, the condescension. Perhaps you can also enlighten me as to where the source of the outbreak was? You told us yourself, don't you remember? Everything that transpired did so for very good reason. The puzzle was almost solved, but some pieces must have slipped. Me, I don't even know what events you were referring to. It was your day, after all, not mine. Evil Saturday, foul Saturday. Puzzle is not the word I would use. I'm glad you're feeling better, Dara. Now, get some rest. A shame I can't live it all through again. I managed to uncover the pattern connecting all the facts, but oh well. Interesting. Is that dude dead? Did I just kill that man? I may have just killed that dude. Can I call this the end of the tutorial, or do I actually have to make it out of this house? These are my questions. There was something over here, right? Life is not good. Is Death out there? Where is Death? I saw Death. Death is around somewhere. Maybe out by that pyre? I don't know. Can I leave this room? I don't know where I'm supposed to walk to now. I have this key. You'd figure that would get me somewhere. Hello, Bull. Well, where exactly does the key get me then? Do I go back downstairs? Oh. Hello. You must be Death. The Executor. This is it, Doctor. You fought valiantly, but you've lost. A foe like me is no match for men. You are no exception. Are you ready to die? No, that's not what I intend to do. So you didn't understand anything, stubborn man. You've done more than is humanly possible. You've cordoned off the safe part of town. But it was all in vain. I'm here already. I don't believe you. This is all a dream, a nightmare. A prophetic dream, Bachelor. Such is the nature of the plague. The town seems clean and calm in the morning, but somewhere in the depths of a nondescript house a carrier is already lurking. Come noon, fleas appear in hordes, transmitting the sickness. So do rats. By the evening, the whole town is in agony. You've seen this many times already. So, are you ready to die? No, don't even try. Soon I'll wake up and you'll be gone. No. You may not see me at once, but that doesn't mean I won't be there. I'm telling you. I'm already in this part of town. Please understand that resistance is pointless. You need to come to terms with my existence and accept me, like you accept the law of gravity. I am Earth. We are of the same nature. Are you ready to die, Bachelor? No. All I need to do is find you. As you wish. In that case, go and see for yourself. Begone, plague. Out of my way. Okay, so we've literally talked to the manifestation of the plague. Great. Awesome. So, I think this is a good point for me to fade away and go into gameplay. So, Phase 3. Gameplay. Let's see what this messed up town is about, shall we? I think we shall. Here we go. Hey friends, Janky here, back for Phase 4, Conclusions. That wasn't a 4, that was definitely a peace sign, whatever. Okay, look, what did I think of Pathologic, the Marble Nest? Well, I've been playing it for about an hour now, and here are my thoughts. It seems like a super cool game. It reminds me of We Happy Few, but it also feels better executed than We Happy Few. Having said that, I've played quite a bit of We Happy Few, but I still think that this one it feels like it plays better. I don't know. I think it has a really interesting story. There were a couple features I think I showed off. One of which is sort of this map that sort of fills in as you go. It's almost like a web that sort of fills itself out the more story you find, and I think it would fill out differently depending on what path choices you made. I don't know how many endings there are in this game, if there are multiple endings at all even. I'm curious to learn, but I think it would take me a lot longer than an hour to figure that sort of thing out, because this definitely involves a lot of walking around the town and talking to everyone and finding out what people know and trying to go from there. That being said, I think there are a lot of really interesting ideas going on in this. Obviously it has that survival element. I didn't actually eat anything, even though my hunger bar was getting pretty high by the end. But honestly, I was walking around for, like I said, almost an hour, and my hunger bar still didn't go all the way to 0. So in that aspect, I love this game, because I hate it in survival games when I constantly have to worry about those stupid meters running out all the time. So the fact that I was able to walk around for as long as I was without that draining super quickly, it actually felt like I had time to explore the story of this world. And I think that it has a really cool story to it. I mean, the visuals I think are amazing. This soundtrack that you can even hear playing right now, I think it totally sets the tone for the game. I think it's all very well put together in that aspect. And I think there's a lot of really interesting details about this town that I feel like I didn't really get a chance to get into in this playthrough. But I think that there's a lot of really good setup here. And again, this is just setup. This is just a companion game that sort of introduces you to this town and kind of what's going on. But it just talking to people, and how you occasionally just run into death every now and, or the personification of the plague that's dressed up it turns out your orderlies. It turns out that the beak masks are things that you give to your orderlies to protect them from the plague. And it turns out that yeah, they just sometimes the plague appears as one of your orderlies and talks to you, and that's interesting. Yeah. So yeah, no, this game is totally awesome. This demo is actually totally free over on Steam. So if this seems like your kind of game, if you're into that sort of thriller, I don't even know how to describe it totally, but that thriller-esque RPG, walk around adventure, survival kind of thing, I would totally recommend this game for you. If I have any spare time whatsoever, I would love to play some more of this just to figure out a little bit more about the story. And of course, the full game, Pathologic, I should say the actual game, Pathologic, is releasing later in 2017. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed this look into Pathologic, the Marble Nest. If you did, you can totally leave a like down below. Comments, positive or negative, please feel free to leave those below as well. But more than anything, I hope you have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching. Thank you so much for watching this, and until the next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out. Hey friends, hope that you liked the video. If you did, you can find more of my content in these links off to the side here. And if you really enjoyed it, you can become part of the year of 1,000 subs here on the channel and use that button down below to subscribe. More than that, I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out.